are better than Mondays. Here on JMMS Student News, it's May 31st. I'm Carla Zoll, and today's first article is going about football concussions. ISIS is stirring up trouble. Let's go to Middle East to see what's up.
ISIS splashed tears through a Baghdad market. On Wednesday, May 11th, ISIS drove 3 explosive-laden cars through a crowded outdoor market. At least 93 people were killed and 165 were wounded.
The largest bombing of the day struck a crowded outdoor market in Baghdad's eastern district of Sadr city and left up to 85 people wounded, several seriously, prompting fears the death toll could rise further, officials said.
Reporters reported that an SUV was packed with explosives before exploding near a beauty salon at rush hour. Most of the victims were women, they said. Karim Salan, a 45-year-old grocer, told that the bomb was a pickup truck loaded with fruits and vegetables.
He said a man parked it before quickly disappearing into the crowds. It was such a thunderous explosion that jolted the ground. Salih was quoted by the AP as saying, "He added the force of the explosion, threw me from yards away, and I lost consciousness for a few minutes." Ambulances rushed to the scene as dozens of residents walked through twisted and mangled wreckage of cars and other debris that littered the pavement trying to help the victims.
The street was stained red with blood in many places, and the front sides of several buildings were heavily damaged. Smoke billowed from the ground-level stores and gutted out by the explosion. Later that day, a suicide bomber wearing an explosive vest detonated in a busy square in the Shintay neighborhood of Al-Qamadan, killing 17 people and wounding 43 others, said 2 police officials in Baghdad.
Another suicide car bomber exploded in the Sunni neighborhood of Al-Jamia in western Baghdad, killing 12 people and wounding 31 others. The attackers targeted a checkpoint manned by Shintay. Another suicide car bomber exploded in the Sunni neighborhood of Al-Jamia in western Baghdad, killing 12 people and wounding 31 others. The attackers targeted a checkpoint manned by the Shintays. ISIS did not immediately claim responsibility for the second or third attacks.
Have you ever wondered how many bathrooms are in school? Well, at James Madison Middle School, there are 17 bathrooms. In these bathrooms are 40 toilets and 21 urinals.
Now that's random.
Now let's go to Flint, Michigan, where we learn about the water crisis.
Flint, Michigan, located 70 miles north of Detroit, a city of 99,002 people, where 41.6% of the residents live below the poverty line, and the median household income is $24,679, according to the Census Bureau. The median household income for the rest of Michigan is $49,087.
Flint once thrived as the home of the nation's largest General Motors plant. The city's economic decline began during the 1980s when GM downsized its sprawling industrial complex.
The Flint River had been the city's primary water source decades earlier, but Flint switched to Lake Huron in 1967, purchasing its supply through the Detroit Water and Sewage Department.
Historically, the water in the Flint River downstream of Flint has been of poor quality and was severely degraded during the 1970s due to the presence of fecal coliform bacteria, low dissolved oxygen, plant nutrients, oils, and toxic substances. In 2001, the state ordered the monitoring and cleanup of 134 polluted sites within the Flint watershed. including industrial complexes, landfills, and farms laden with pesticides and fertilizer.
Since the water wasn't properly treated, lead from the aging service lines and homes began leaching into the Flint River water supply after the city tapped into the Flint River as its main water source.
Health effects of lead exposure in children include impaired cognition, behavioral disorders, hearing problems, and delayed puberty. In pregnant women, lead is associated with reduced fetal growth. In everyone, lead consumption can impact the heart, kidneys, and nerves. Although there are medications that may reduce the amount of lead in the blood, treatments for the adverse health effects of lead have yet to be developed. This is Colin and Rachel reporting live from Flint, Michigan. Back to you, Carla.
It's time for the call of the roll. Today, we're going all the way to James Madison Middle School. Here are the 3 7th grade teams who press on JMMSstudentnews.com. Expedition, Brainstorm, and Rock. A shout out to you! Memorial Day was yesterday. Let's take some time to appreciate the people who have died while serving our country. Before we go, there's one crazy dog sprinting straight into sea. Now that's one hot diggity dog. Well, that's weird. Please don't get crabby about these funds. It's been rough today. I will just wave goodbye. That's all we have for you on JMS Student News today. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow.